Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to become a legend? To reach the absolute pinnacle of your sport, only to have it all come crashing down. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a man who redefined golf, shattered records, and faced a public downfall that would have broken most people. This is the untold story of Tiger Woods. Eldrick Taunt Woods, whom the world would come to know as Tiger, was a prodigy unlike any other. His father, Earl Woods, a Green Beret veteran, saw something special in his son from the very beginning. Before he could even walk properly, Tiger was swinging a golf club. At just 2 years old, he was on national television, putting against comedy legend Bob Hope. At 3, he shot a 48 over 9 holes. It was clear this kid was destined for greatness. His amateur career was nothing short of spectacular. He won 3 consecutive U.S. Junior Amateur Championships, followed by 3 consecutive U.S. Amateur titles. This was unprecedented. The golf world was buzzing. When he finally announced he was turning pro in 1996 with the now famous words, "Hello, world," everyone knew the game was about to change forever. And change it did, in his first full season as a pro. At just 21 years old, Tiger didn't just win the Masters. He obliterated the field. He won by a record 12 strokes, becoming the youngest ever winner and the first person of African American or Asian descent to claim the green jacket. It was a cultural earthquake. He wasn't just a golfer, he was a phenomenon. His fist pumps, his red Sunday shirt, his incredible focus, it was all iconic. This was the beginning of Tiger Mania. He brought a new level of athleticism, power, and charisma to a sport often seen as quiet and traditional. People who had never watched golf were tuning in just to see him play. Television ratings soared, prize money exploded. He inspired a whole new generation of golfers, many of whom are today's top stars. For the next decade, Tiger dominated. He won major after major, culminating in the Tiger Slam in 2001, where he held all 4 major championship trophies at the same time. One of his most legendary moments came at the 2008 US Open. What the public didn't know was that he was playing with a torn ACL and 2 stress fractures in his left leg. The pain was so intense that his caddy thought he'd have to withdraw, but Tiger didn't just play. He forced a playoff and then won it in a grueling 19-hole battle. It was a superhuman display of mental toughness and physical endurance. It seemed like nothing could stop him. He was on top of the world, a global icon with a perfect family and an untouchable image. But then, in late 2009, the illusion shattered. It started with a mysterious late-night car crash outside his Florida home. What followed was a media storm of scandalous revelations about his private life. The perfect image was completely destroyed. Sponsors dropped him, he took an indefinite leave from golf, and his marriage ended. The man who seemed invincible was suddenly incredibly vulnerable. When he did return to golf, he was a different player. The injuries that had been plaguing him for years became more severe. He underwent multiple back surgeries, each one casting more doubt on whether he could ever compete again. The once dominant force was missing cuts and withdrawing from tournaments. Many wrote him off completely. The fall from grace was as dramatic as his rise. He went from being the #1 player in the world for a record 683 weeks to falling outside the top 1,000. It was a painful, public decline. For years, it seemed like his career was over. He spoke about being unable to get out of bed without help, about the chronic pain that consumed his life. He even expressed doubts that he would ever play professionally again. The world had moved on. A new generation of players, the very ones he inspired, were now dominating the sport. The story of Tiger Woods appeared to be a tragedy, a tale of incredible talent undone by personal demons and physical ailments. But if there's one thing we should have learned about Tiger Woods, it's that you can never count him out. Against all odds, after a spinal fusion surgery in 2017, a last-ditch effort to save his career and improve his quality of life, he began the long road back. The comeback was slow and uncertain, but then glimpses of the old Tiger started to appear. A solid finish here, a near win there, the hope started to build. And then came the 2019 Masters. 11 years since his last major victory, 22 years after he first won the green jacket, nobody gave him a real chance. He was 43 years old, with a fused back, competing against players in their athletic prime. But as the final round unfolded, something magical happened. One by one, His competitors faltered under the pressure of Augusta National, while Tiger remained steady, patient, and focused. When he tapped in the final putt on the 18th green to win the Masters, the roar from the crowd was deafening. It was a sound of pure joy, disbelief, and redemption. The embrace with his children, in the same spot where he had hugged his own father 22 years earlier, was a moment that transcended sports. It wasn't just a victory, it was one of the greatest comeback stories in history. Tiger's journey is a powerful lesson. It's a story about the complexities of being a human being, even one with superhuman talent. It's about falling from the highest heights and finding the strength to climb back up. He showed us that perfection is an illusion, but resilience is real. His career is no longer just about the number of wins or records broken. It's about endurance. It's about a man who faced his demons, battled his body, and refused to let his story end in tragedy. Whether he ever wins another major or not, his legacy is secure. He changed the game of golf forever, and in his fall and subsequent rise, he taught us an even more profound lesson about the power of the human spirit. What do you think is Tiger's most incredible moment? His first Masters win, the 2000 US Open on a broken leg, or his comeback win in 2019? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of legends. We'll see you in the next one.